Maxine Brady has written a new how-to book. While doing research for the book, she spent a lot of time in jail. Puzzle along with our panel as we all play What's My Line? And now let's meet this week's panel. Soupy Sales. Back to Joyce Brothers. Jack Cassidy. Arlene Francis. And the host of What's My Line, Larry Mike.
I got it, Morph. Thank you very much. Hello, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Hello. Well, good morning.
Or evening, or the place where we're. Listen, Soupy, you and Joyce match. Are you all doing an act? Is that what it is?
That's right. You've heard of Frickin' Frack?
I certainly have.
Well,
No, they didn't.
but I'll be at the Playboy Club starting Monday in Los Angeles, in Century City, all week, and I hope to see all you folks out there.
Wake up, Jack. The show's going to begin now.
That's right. Am I keeping you up, Jack?
Just leave Jack alone. He's doing fine, because he's already out. Everybody, I have to ask you this time to put your blindfolds on, and there's a very good reason
Well, these
for
shows
it.
go so fast, here's mystery guest time.
Yeah. Okay, are they all in place?
Yes,
Okay, with
yeah.
our first challenger, enter and sign in, please. Panel, you are blindfolded. For reasons which would be obvious if you were not blindfolded.
Yes.
You are to discover our guest's occupation and also his identity. We'll begin the questioning with Joyce Brothers.
Occupation and identity.
Correct.
Is it a human being?
Well, I would, yes, I think so.
Yes, it is a human being. Do you have to have a degree to do what you do? Third degree.
Well, offhand, I'd say no, you don't particularly need a degree. No, I'd
One
say
down,
no.
9 to go,
That's a
Jack.
no, yes.
Sir, are you dressed in something that is what we city folks consider unusual?
Excuse me, I just hit my own mic. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Well, I would say part of me. How about that?
Well, we're going to say no,
I'm
really.
going to say no.
But
no.
there is something going on that you would recognize instanter. 2 down and 8 to go, Arlene.
I remember Lionel
Stanford.
I don't know what that means except
What's
that...
Stanford?
Lionel Instanti was a wonderful
Lionel
actor.
and Santa, great comedian. Arlene?
You mean our guest is doing something or something is going on with our guest that would give it away if we knew what it was?
Yes, I'd say so.
Are you with someone or thing?
Yes.
Yes? Are you with a thing more than a one? Is there a... Well, something...
No, I don't think so. I wouldn't say thing. I would find that rather insulting.
Well, I guess he would, but I would say yes, and you can go ahead, Arlene.
Oh,
I mean, it depends
sure.
on who you're asking, really.
Are you with a puppet?
Well, partly, yes. Might say yes to that question.
Partly
Yes.
partly puppet.
That you'd say yes.
Do you perform in television?
Yes, I would say yes to that one.
Uh-huh. Are you do you have a regular program?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
good.
that's a regular one.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Do I hear wheels going around somewhere?
Only in your head, dear.
So that's 3 down and 7 to go. Soupy?
I hear things, because I do all the time. But that's my problem. But if it's who I think it is, I'd like to go on record as saying I'm their biggest fan, and without them, the show would be nothing. I'd say it's Jim Henson and the Puppets. The Muppets.
You're right, the Muppets.
Very nice.
It's Kermit. Hi, Kermit.
How are you there, Soupy?
Fine, how are you?
I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
good. I worked with him many years ago.
Oh, did you?
Oh, yeah.
Where was that?
And,
So the Jimmy
Houston.
Dean show and also the old Ed Sullivan thing that they did
sounds
with the...
Yep.
Jim Henson is the president of Henson Associates and an Emmy Award winner for his puppets. What are some of the other puppets that you've developed?
Oh, I guess, well, the ones on Sesame Street are the ones people know most. Big Bird and Oscar and Ernie Bert, those sort of things.
How do you decide on what the puppet's to be, what the character's going to be?
Well, usually I start off with some kind of a drawing, and then the puppet is made, and then the puppet usually takes a lot of shape from the puppeteer that works him. Someone like Frank Oz does Bert and Cookie Monster and Grover, and so a lot of the personality comes out of the performer.
Now, how did you begin?
Yes, that's true. What's that?
I didn't mean to
Yes,
ignore you.
well, I was
I'm
wondering
sorry.
about that. Yes, okay.
Well, I really
Go
am.
ahead.
You know, most...
Pay no attention to the frog, folks, you know.
Well, what I meant to say was in most places, frogs and puppets are for adults, but in this country they're for children. How do you account for that? Either one can answer that.
Oh, okay.
Well, well, I think we're in terms of the Muppets, we're working to sort of do some things different. We're working on an adult television show right now, and we're working on a theater show. So we
Can
hope
I
to
ask-
do a few things for adults.
Could I ask Kermit something?
Sure.
Kermit? How long did it take you to come up with the idea and to finally get Jim Henson right?
Well, let's see. It was, the beard was the hardest part, you know. I don't know.
beard.
Yeah, I
I
don't know.
bet that's...
Let me... Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I understand. Are you going to use the Cookie Monster to teach children nutrition?
Well, we did a commercial for the Nutrition Council with Cookie Monster. Mostly to kind of offset all of those cookies we've forced down.
Joe Raposo, who is a genius at writing music, was Kermit the inspiration for him writing It's Not Easy Being Green?
Yes, yes.
As long as that's come up.
Yes?
Would you?
Sure.
Together or singly? Lloyd, could you hit it?
Oh, look at that.
Joe Raposo wrote this?
Yeah, and he
Was it
wrote it
written for
originally
Kermit?
for Kermit.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite songs now, you know. And goes like this.
Would you favor us with a little bit?
It's not that easy being green. Having to spend each day the color of the leaves. When I think it could be nicer being red or yellow or gold or something much more colorful like that. It's not that easy being green. It seems you blend in with so many other ordinary things. And people tend to pass you over because you're not standing out like flashy sparkles in the water or stars in the sky. But green's the color of spring, and green can be cool and friendly like, and green can be big like an ocean, or important like a mountain, or tall like a tree. When green is all there is to be, it could make you wonder why. But why wonder? Why wonder? I'm green. It'll do fine. It's beautiful. And I think it's what I want to be. And that's a song.
Thank you for being here. We'll be back with more of What's My Line after this message. Okay, we're back, and it's time for our next challenger to enter and sign in, please. Maxine Brady. Where are you from?
New York City.
Okay, panel, Maxine Brady is the author of a new how-to book. We'll show the audience what her book is all about. And let's start questioning with our own cookie monster, Jack Cassidy.
Oh. Hello, Miss Brady.
Hello.
How to? Would it be in the area of quotes in the world of male chauvinism? Are you in a world that you probably justly belong?
Am I?
Yeah. I mean, in your book.
Yes, but I'm not certain that the question is relevant.
It isn't, so let's give him a no and push ahead.
I haven't gotten one yes.
Yes, and put it on my tab.
Arlene?
Is your how-to something that both men and women can do?
Yes, it is.
Is
That's what I wanted
does it require any kind of dexterity?
Not really, not in the sense of...
Not the way you're thinking of it, no.
2 down, 8 to go,
Oh,
Soupy.
you know what I'm thinking.
Yes, we do.
Miss Brady, when men and women read this book, would it be cheaper for them to follow your advice than to go to someone else for the same problem?
I think that's irrelevant, too, isn't it?
Yeah, really. 3 down, 7 to go, Joyce.
She's telling us we don't know semantics.
Would this be in the area of construction? No, not really.
Not in the sense that you mean it.
That's right.
You mean your book isn't constructive?
Oh, it most certainly is.
Oh, sorry.
It
Was a word that threw me. Come on, Miss Brady, what do you do?
Behind the curtain, I'll tell you.
All right.
You better not start with him.
Why you? All right, I tell you what. There's only one head that has been any good at all today, besides this lady's. I passed Arlene.
Oh, Jack. Well, is it how to do something that requires some kind of equipment?
Yes.
Does it have anything to do with something that you can do in the home?
Yes, it does.
Does it have anything to do with food or drink?
No.
5 down, 5 to go, Soupy.
Does it have anything to do with packing, cleaning, or
moving.
That including a moving. 6 down and 4 to go, Joyce.
Look at how he looked.
Does it have anything to do with repairing anything? No, it does not.
7 down and 3 to go, Jack.
Do you have anything to do with capping one's teeth?
Not lately.
8 down and 2 to go, Arlene.
Is it a how-to that any of us able-bodied people might be able to accomplish?
Oh, yes. I have faith in you.
Thank you.
Well, look, at least you're on our side.
I'll tell you this much, if it's of any help at all, it's how to win at something.
Does it have anything, I was going to ask if it had anything
you'd
to do
never
with a
help us.
game of any kind?
Yes,
Yeah.
it
But we're out of time. Wasn't that a timeless...
How,
does. Was it how to win a poker?
No, not poker.
But I thought you would get it.
backgammon?
Backgammon.
Bridge, backgammon.
Excuse me, can we ask Joyce to try again? Because I thought she would get it.
Monopoly is the name of the game. But you won anyway.
Yes.
A little late, but Maxine Brady is the author of the Monopoly book, Strategy and Tactics of the World's Most Popular Game, published by David McKay Company, Incorporated. What's in the book, Maxine?
Well, the book
St.
tells
Charles
essentially how to win. It also tells a great deal about the history of the game and the incredible ways that people play it underwater and upside down and maybe fly. But really, they do.
Now, what is a winning strategy? What do you do to win?
There are several. I guess if there's one important thing that you have to keep in mind is how much money you have and what else is on the board. In other words, how late in the game that you are. In the beginning, of course, you're trying to acquire properties. You're trying to get color groups. Later in the game, you're trying to acquire which ones and prevent your opponent from building. If there are any major groups that are the most important because they're most landed on and because they become most profitable for the least investment, it's the groups over here. This is the most profitable color group there is, the orange
game
one.
I play. The green.
What?
The green.
Oh, no, the green is the fallacy. The green is what everybody thinks is the best group. In fact,
really?
it isn't.
Who told us that?
It becomes good at the end of the game if you've got a great deal of money.
I've
But
only
it's
won
the
on
most
green.
expensive one to develop. And no property group is
But
any
isn't it
good until
worth
you've
it?
got at least 3 houses on it.
I've always felt that.
Yeah.
Now, I would like to ask you a question.
He
brother.
owned 3 houses.
And I haven't owned 3 houses on my
I
property.
certainly hope so.
if you put your money out on the table and then go broke and everybody's playing, and then it turns out that you are sitting on $1,500, is that considered cheating?
Strangely enough, the rules only state that you have to show your property cards. They must be visible in front of you, but there is no rule anywhere that says you have to show your money. That's one of my little underhanded strategies in the book. Stick it in your shoes, it doesn't matter. It's not legally, doesn't legally have to be visible.
Are these places on Monopoly, are they taken from Atlantic City?
Most of them are, and Charles Darrow, who invented the game, thought that they all were. He made a mistake over here. Not a real mistake. He was trying to think of the name of another street from memory.
Yeah.
And he remembered that there was a Marvin Gardens in Margate near Atlantic City, but he misspelled it.
They changed the name, I think, to accommodate the Monopoly game.
Yes, they may have. He also added a railroad, which used to be a freight bus company.
Are they any good? Are the utilities any good? And
Oh,
the
they're
railroads?
terrible. The railroads are better. The utilities are awful.
Now listen, how much of it's luck and how much of it is skill?
There is both involved. The way to accommodate the luck factor, of course, is to know some of the probabilities, which I also dealt with in the book. For instance, when do you stay in jail? When do you get out of jail? You've got a most chance of staying in it. So you get out quickly at the end.
You'll have to tell us later, will you?
Or you've got to read the book.
Yeah, I will. The book is the Monopoly book, and it looks like great fun. Thank you for being with us on What's My Line. We'll be back with more What's My Line after this message. Oh, we're back, and it's time for the special feature of What's My Line, the appearance of our mystery guest. Are your blindfolds all in place, panel?
Wait a minute. Oh, they are, sorry.
Then will our mystery guest enter and sign in, please? Okay, panel, we go one question at a time. Fate's law prevails. You have 2 minutes, and let's start with Soupy.
Well, boy, that really is some kind of an ovation.
I must say, yes, it is.
Would you hold it down, Jack? Mystery guest, would we best know you from your work on television?
Oh, I think you would, yes. I mean, it's by far the best thing I do, you see. Yes, that's what you know me for. I think it is anyway.
Joyce?
Are you a comedian?
Oh, I wouldn't want to go so far as to say I was a comedian, you know. It's for others to judge, isn't it?
Jack? Are you the mother of my first child?
Is anyone?
Bravo.
Arlene?
No, I'm not. I cannot tell a lie.
Arlene?
Are you the father of somebody's child?
Well, you're certainly getting warm, aren't you?
Soupy?
God knows I am.
I don't even know what I'm doing. Okay, now, everybody recognized... Did he say television? I didn't.
Yes.
Yes. Is that because you're on a series?
You're certain I'm a man, are you?
You what?
I say you're certain I'm a man, are you?
Oh, am I certain you're a man?
Yes.
Oh, well, ma'am, is it because you have a series of your own?
More or less from time to time.
Here.
Nobody ever said it better. Joyce?
Is now the time?
Yes, say it now.
Jack?
Yes, I'm on a bit now.
Have we ever danced together?
Not publicly, no.
I'm not going to fool with him anymore. You're quite right. This is Dick Cavatt. To what do you attribute the fact that you think so slowly on your feet?
You know, I really have this voice. It's my own.
I don't know what I've done here. I'm not on my feet at the moment. I'm on,
Yes,
What's My Line? Say, Jack, they handed me your pen backstage. You got an autograph.
I'd like it back, Dick.
It's awfully exotic, isn't it?
Listen, you've...
You're about to dance.
It looks like a bar mitzvah present from Liberace, isn't it?
Listen, you have written a marvelous book called Of
thank you
All
for-
Things, Cavatt.
Cavatt, yes. It was a tricky title and hard to come up with, but I threw several names up into the air. And
I would like to ask you if you really do speak, a lot of it's done in dialogue, and I would like to ask you whether or not you really do speak so cleanly or whether some of that is written.
I'm glad you mentioned that. It's all written. It's not a non-book. It appears in dialogue form because Chris Porterfield, who's my old college roommate and a former Time editor, and I decided to write a book. But we really wanted to write a book. We didn't want to, fake it by taping it.
Yeah.
So, no, one doesn't speak quite that cleanly. We wrote it at the typewriter.
It's a very honest book. You
Right,
ought to learn
twin
that
typewriter.
out.
Yeah, a lot of people think they found out more about me than my analyst should know. Since I don't have an analyst, I had to tell someone.
Is there anything you're sorry that you wrote in the book? Anything that's come back, bounced back on you?
There is, in a way. People have asked me about a lot of things in there that I just as soon, once I get a look at them, that they didn't know.
When you were at the Y... Didn't you live at the Y for a long time?
No, I never lived at the Y, but
Oh.
you're on the right track because people often say, you mentioned in the book that guests on the show have made passes at you, either
Yes.
on camera or off
That's what
camera.
I was thinking, the
knew
drag
that's
you were-
what you were tending toward
Yes.
there. And to me, that would have been obvious, and everyone would have guessed that
We
people
have to
would
do
make
something
passes
which
at
you
me.
understand, which is break for a commercial. Don't go away.
Well,
we'll
I'll be
right
here when
back.
we come back.
Yes, you will be here.
This is...
We're really late because he's terrific. Goodbye, everybody. We'll
Wait a
see
minute,
you.
I'm still here.
That's it.
Van Gogh, Pollock, Picasso, Tammy.
A tulip. Tiptoe to the tulip.
Draw your own conclusions. Win, lose, or draw today at 11:30 a.m. Eastern only on Game Show Network.
Consider cheating.
Strangely enough, the rules only state that you have to show your property cards. They must be visible in front of you, but there is no rule anywhere that says you have to show your money. That's one of my little underhanded strategies in the book. Stick it in your shoes, it doesn't matter. It's not legally, doesn't legally have to be visible.
All these places